Okay, in today's video, I thought I'd quickly show you how nice this one cleared up after moving it. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-aquascape some of these tanks. And this new one up here, I haven't done anything with it yet. And what I want to do is I want to do that as my Mbuna tank, my African Cichlids. And I'm also going to throw these albino redfin zebras in there, as well as all of the fish from this tank. I'm going to utilize rock work. I watched a video on YouTube. It was a diving video at Lake Malawi, and it gave me some ideas. And I have this rock work here, smaller stones, some larger ones, and I have the stuff that's in this tank, which I will have to obviously take out and really clean up well. I probably won't use the lace rock based on the video, and I will not use the pods, but the rounded rocks I will. Once I get that done, then I will probably put all of my African cichlids in there that I pointed out. And these fish here, these angels, danios and stuff, I'm going to put them in this tank down here. I want to take these out of here. This thing has some tannins in it. It has some driftwood. It's more conducive to South American cichlids than it is to Africans. So this will be a South American cichlid tank down here. This will be an African cichlid tank up here. And this one will be empty. I need to take it down, I need to clean it and get it ready because I have ordered aquascaping materials to do an Amazon biotope, and it's going to be completely different than anything I've done before, but that's what I'm planning on doing with this one here. So I need to get this one emptied because those supplies will be here this week. So that is my plan. I have a fair amount of rock work. I have a little bit of gravel. I want to use a minimal amount of gravel, just a tiny little bit on the bottom, maybe an inch, just enough to hold the rocks is all I'm after. So that's the plan for today, and I'll add more to this as I go. Okay, I got this stuff moved into here. I moved my angels, my danios, and my molly into this tank here. They look a lot better in here because this tank has tannins, it has wood. I know it's not very fancy, but it still looks good. So everything from the tank above this one is moved into this one. I did find out that I did lose one angel, which I'm very surprised at because they've been doing very, very well. But the angels look really good in here. They're adjusting, working out real well. The other thing that I did, so now this one is completely empty. I took those air stones out. I don't like those. And got just a small amount of gravel on the bottom just to hold my rock work for my Mbuna African cichlid tank. And I'll start doing that here shortly, building that up. I'm going to be using, of course, all of this rock work here and the rock work that's in this one here. So I am draining water out of this one. The next step is to start pulling all of the stuff out of this one, get it in the shop, wash it. And then once I get to that point, I'll have to leave some water in here, 4 or 5 inches for the fish. And then I will start aquascaping. And once I get done aquascaping, I'll move all of these in there, as well as these little guys, which I put in a little holding tank. So I will add more to this as I move along. Okay, I got the thing aquascaped. I think it turned out pretty good. I left a little bit of room in the front so I can take a siphon tube around, a few places in the back, kind of did 2 islands. I was originally going to cover all the substrate with rocks because that's the way it is on those videos in Lake Malawi, but then I think that it would be tough to clean. So I think it looks good with a little bit of rock in there. There's not much gravel, but the fish are still adjusting. I have 13 different African cichlids in there. I don't have a pet store close to me, so I picked them up at Walmart over time. But anyway, I think it turned out pretty good. And so that is done. That's my African Mbuna setup. Now what I need to do is take this one down, clean up them sponge filters. I'll probably put them in another tank that has fish in it so they can stay seeded with bacteria. Take this down, completely clean it, And this is the one that I will set up to my Amazon biotope. So I think it went pretty good. I think the tank looks pretty good. I like the lighting. It's real subtle. I shouldn't have very much algae that way. I did not use the existing light hood with the light. I took that off and built this thing. And someday I'll show how I build those. They work very well. It just kind of evens the light out and makes it look really, really nice. And I know I have some glare on here. But anyway, that project is done. And hopefully this week I'll get my stuff for my new aquascape on my Amazon biotope.